Okay, well, here we are again, once again, Ron Carty, Expat Club, Hotel Barracuda, Tuesday morning, and again, my job is to interview the speaker, Ian Paxton, that we invited back again, okay, because you were here just a short while ago, and
right.
really tremendous response, so thank you very much for coming back again.
My pleasure, my pleasure, Ron.
Now, this time you were talking about a recreational medical cannabis, but you're talking about the difference, and you believe it's a timely topic. Can you explain why you believe it's timely?
Yeah, we may see this in the news a lot, where we may see a timely topic about recreational cannabis use in Thailand may be banned by the end of the year.
That's the one, yes.
This is the headline that's been going around.
It is.
All these news stations around the world are talking about recreational.
Yeah.
And now people are wondering, because I'm in the medical side, so they wonder, what is the difference? Why are we recreational's banned, but medical can continue? What does this mean? What are the details?
Yeah, because you said your goal was to explain the differentiators and why you feel that's important.
Right. Well, it comes down to some of the products that the public is using.
Yes.
So see, this isn't just Thai people, but it's tourists from around the world.
It is. I agree.
And they say, hey, I went to Thailand and it's like this. I went to this country, it's like this.
Agree.
So I think the difference mainly is the products that we're all using. In some recreational establishments, they have different products that are manufactured different ways.
Well, that's what I was going to say to you, because you spoke about the manufacturing. A lot of people don't know about that.
Okay.
You spoke about the contrast, the difference. So would you just explain a little bit about the...
Well, because the products may look the same, right?
Yes.
You have cannabis oil, that's a recreational one. You have a medical one, or you have a flower from a recreational shop. You have a flower from a medical shop. They look the same.
They do.
But the manufacturing's different.
Well, that came over clear. Would you just cover it a little bit?
You know, a lot of the recreational establishments and their products, they're very easy to be made at home. Maybe on your stove top, maybe in the oven.
True, mate. True.
A lot of people, they maybe grow some cannabis upstairs, they sell it downstairs.
Yes.
It's like an all-in-one.
Yeah.
You know, they make these little tents nowadays. You can grow 10 plants in a little tent. And I think, hey, you know, this is really easy setups and really easy operations. So see, that's how a lot of recreational products are made.
Interesting.
Because it saves costs.
Of course it
does. They don't
does.
need to pay all these other third parties.
Yeah.
They can just grow it upstairs, sell it downstairs, make good money. This is good business. Now, the difference, Ron, would be in medical, you know, at the clinic, we're not growing in the clinic. I buy from medical cannabis growers that are licensed through the Ministry of Public Health. Now, I get my products through them. I'm not making them myself. And so there's a vertical of all these medical suppliers that we purchase through, and that they're allowed to distribute to us.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand this. And you showed the factory. I'm going to call them a factory. It might be the wrong word, but you showed the
like
premises. Very impressive, you know.
I know, right?
Yeah,
a lot of this
impressive.
is indoor nowadays, not outdoor.
Yeah.
Right? They're using CO2 supercritical extraction machines, laboratory equipment. I mean, this is they make pharmaceutical medicines with this. Now we're making cannabis medicines with this.
Well, I think that was an eye-opener for everybody that was sitting there, certainly for myself, just showing the difference.
The scale, right?
Yes.
The industrial scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it takes to make medical cannabis takes a lot more than maybe the traditional way of just growing in your bedroom and selling outside.
It's true, mate.
Right?
It's true.
And the whole process.
And then you came off it, because what I do, I highlight the bits that stick out to me. You spoke about the mood, the memory, and the stress. The how it affects you and where it affects you. I found that interesting as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what people, I think, need to understand, whether you're using this recreationally or you're using cannabis medically. We all need to understand how this works in our brain.
Yes.
And see, these are the three, you touched on the three main ones.
Yes.
Cannabis is going to interact with our mood, our memory, and our stress.
And each of those affects us on a daily basis, so it's interesting, eh?
Well, it's the compartment in your brain that cannabis is interacting with. Cannabis is like a drug. It's interacting with our neurons and our brain receptors to give a response.
Unreal.
In mood and memory and in stress.
And again, the slide you showed actually highlighted that very, very clear, because a lot of people, you say interacts, we just don't know how. But you showed it clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's main drug, we call these drug interactions. Actually, Ron, what's interesting is a lot of people, I think in the club and a lot of people in Pattaya, we're taking daily medicine. Some people have other ailments that they're trying to treat, that cannabis they may be using for sleep, or cannabis they may be using for pain, but they go to see their regular doctor for blood pressure, or they may see their doctor for blood thinners or something like this, right? So when you want to add cannabis and mix it with other medicines, that's where we have to be cautious of the interactions.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I keep talking about the slides because there was a very good presentation here, but you spoke about the mixing of medicine and when you take it, how it mixes, that graphic you showed. So again, can you just talk about that? People don't understand this. In my opinion, they blame the cannabis not working or not effective, but in fact it's interacting and can cause problems with the medicine you take. Is that right?
Now, I think that's where we're at today. That's why we're having a problem with the recreational ban. They want to do this because unknowing people, they're buying cannabis in recreational shops, but they're not getting advice, or they don't know themselves how this brownie is going to affect my heart medication.
Yeah, it's true, mate. It's true.
Do they not think, we don't think that, hey, a brownie could affect my pacemaker, or
slow down on the brownies.
Right? Okay. So it just doesn't, we don't understand that. We think I'm using this at a cafe. I don't need to think about medical. Yeah. And maybe that's why we have too many ER visits these days in the medical, in the hospitals. But I think that's what it's about, is the drug interaction. We need to be conscious of how cannabis affects different drugs. And the way I liken this, Ron, is like a parking spot.
Interesting.
Our medicine, sometimes our medicine and cannabis can park in the same spot. Like two motorbikes sharing a car park, right? They're sharing the receptor.
Yes.
They can both work at the same time. Now, other drug interactions are called safe.
Right.
Cannabis has a parking spot. Pharmaceutical medication has a parking spot.
Interesting.
They can live together.
Okay.
Now, what we want to avoid is the severe interactions where cannabis can park. Now your medicine cannot.
That's what you showed on that graphic. The third graphic showed that
severe drug interaction. These are medicines like warfarin, for example.
Yes.
Now, these are severe interactions. Only one can park here. The other cannot.
Interesting. And so
what we want to avoid is letting cannabis park there. Now your heart medicine cannot come. Now, heart medicine may be required. Cannabis may be, we don't really need this. It's recreational. But you're maybe creating a problem with this drug interaction.
And of course, the average person wouldn't know that at all.
Yeah.
Would they?
Yeah. And a lot of people are on these medicines, Ron. They're very popular, like amlodipine. Amlodipine's one where they're sharing receptors. This can make your blood pressure drop really low. It can maybe make the cannabis really toxic. It can maybe increase the effects of cannabis.
Yeah.
Tramadol, painkillers, these may amplify the effects of cannabis. So how these medicines work, I think, we got to be conscious of it. So
and that's why you got a lot of feedback at the end, because obviously with the age group of the expats, a lot of them are on medicines, good or bad, they're on it. And so it can be, I'm not saying they're on cannabis, but they certainly are on medicines.
Or they're thinking about joining cannabis. Maybe you could replace a medicine with cannabis.
Interesting.
That's the ideal, Ron, is if we can get people off of pharmaceutical chemical medicines onto a natural medicine.
That one I'm with you on, because forgive me talking about, but I don't take medicines, or unless I really have to. I'm not a medicine man. I'm scared of medicines. Right. Because what is it that say your body then has to fight the sickness and the medicine? You've got two fights going on.
True.
Not so sure if that's right, but it's...
And we think about things like the liver, the kidneys.
Yes.
Because heavy medicines, when we're taking a lot, it may overwork these internal organs.
Agree. But a lot of good feedback, a lot of questions, and so
a lot of questions
really good, mate. And you handled everything, right? And so look, we don't have a lot of time now, but what I'd like you to talk about is this launch event that you spoke about that's coming up on Saturday. Please,
this Saturday,
we've got people that can come along.
Everyone's welcome. If you're in Pattaya, please stop by. This Saturday, the 11th, at 1 p.m. at Fresh Medic Clinic. I'm inviting T-Rob Medical. Now, these are the medical farm. They've recently acquired another medical farm.
Yes.
So see, Ron, how all these laws have been changing. Some of the medical cannabis producers, they haven't been doing too well.
Interesting.
So they've been selling out, or they've been merging with other medical producers. So this group that is coming this Saturday at our event that we're launching at the clinic, they are launching their new line of medical cannabis flowers. Particularly flowers that they're growing, very high quality cannabis flowers. And they're a recent merger and acquisition, and I want to support these guys. I feel like they're doing it right. I feel like they're trying to take a step in the right direction, and I want to support them.
Excellent.
So anyways, they're having a launch event. The first ever launch event of their company is this Saturday at the clinic.
Interesting.
1 p.m. it'll start.
1 p.m. I'll be there. I'll see you all there as well with it, okay? And so, well, let's finish. Just I know we will post your details on the thing, but just tell them a little bit about your clinic, where your clinic is, please. And what
Jom Tien Pattaya between Bangkok Bank and Immigration.
Okay.
A lot of people go to Immigration and Jom Tien Soi 5.
Soi 5, yeah.
Jom Tien Second Road.
Yes.
By Rampo Market into Bangkok Bank here. Yeah, Fresh Medic Clinic. You know, technically we're a anti-aging and regenerative medicine clinic.
Interesting. Look, got all your bro, a little bit of posting. Yeah, of course. It's important. Things. It's all good stuff,
well,
you know.
You know, when we look at cannabis, you know, we're treating symptoms. We may replace medicine, but we may not be fixing the root problem with a root health concern. So some of our other treatments, we do things like PRP, we do things like vitamin drips and stem cell therapy. Something like this treats the root problem.
No, brilliant.
So I think that cannabis really fits in this type of medicine. We're considered alternative medicine. We do treatments that maybe not available at the hospitals.
Good, mate. Good.
You know, we're also, the ladies are coming for hair removal.
Yeah.
They need their Botox, their filler,
their
threads. They need it now.
They do. It's a different.
So we're doing something like this also. Yeah, aesthetic medicine, anti-aging, and of course, medical cannabis.
Well, I might come to you for Botox. But anyway, mate, listen, bloody brilliant again. Once again,
so much.
certificate.
Oh, wow.
Let me take your card off. That's for me. That's for my benefit there.
Thank you so much.
But very good. Well, we appreciate you coming. But look,
it's a pleasure.
Fantastic. On behalf of the club, thank you, Ian. Just remember, every Tuesday, Pattaya Expat Club, Hotel Barracuda in Pattaya. I nearly said in Bangkok there, in Pattaya. And come along. Excellent speakers, excellent information, good camaraderie, excellent food. What else do you want, okay? See you next week.
That's right. Take care.